We'll begin by learning how Sir Walter Raleigh introduced the potato to this country, but you'll notice the only thing that's really mashed in this is Tom Craine. After 3.5 pints of lager and 5 double vodka lemonades, you can see why.
What is better than booze? I'll tell you what, fags, yeah, and crisps. Here's the story about the guy who introduced both of those to Britain. Sir Walter Raleigh was a high achiever. He was not just an explorer, not just a military man, he was also a writer, a pensmith, a quill wielder. He had the pen, he had the gun, he had the compass. So he was quite a lonely man. He thought, I've got to meet a woman. And the woman he turned out to meet was none other than old Queen Elizabeth I. And the Queen, she'd been out on a night out, and she'd come across a puddle. There was a huge puddle. She didn't know what to do about this until a man emerged from the darkness. Was it Jack the Ripper? No, he wouldn't be around for another 300 years. This was Sir Walter Raleigh. And what did he have in his hand? A large cloak. He charged forward. Stop, Queenie! Do not put your royal feet upon that water. I'm going to put my coat down on that puddle so you don't have to walk across. The Queen said, that sounds really, really pleasant. And he went, oh, this is a new coat. All joking apart, I've made the gesture you could just walk around. She went, put it down! And he went, oh, I can't put it down. So the coat was down and the Queen's feet were dry like Ryvita on a sunny morn. And she turns round and says, you are a man I will be keeping my eye on. And he thought, that is a coat worth abandoning. This may pay off in the long run. What way can I better this? He thought, I know, going into war in Ireland. So Raleigh swaggered across to Ireland, headlong into this battle, which is called the Siege of Smeric. Raleigh heads back to England. He's a massive hero, and the Queen is ecstatic. And it's kind of at this point the Queen starts to see that there might be like a mild attraction there. The foot starts to twitch, the eyebrow lifts. She then says, first of all, I would like to knight you for your valiant efforts abroad. And she goes, I would knight you, Sir Walter Raleigh. And then she pretends to chop his neck off, and he laughs. And then she goes, I would also like to offer you the ability to colonise a small part of America. And he goes, brilliant, because I'm an explorer. She goes, exactly, you know me so well. And they kind of hug in that awkward way that mates do who really fancy each other. And they pull away and they think about kissing, but neither do. And he says, I've got to do some exploring. See you later, Virgin. And she goes up to her bedroom and finds a carrot. So in 1585, Sir Walter Raleigh turns up in North Carolina. He's walking around. He comes across this group of natives who are sat in a ring, but he also noticed there was smoke emerging from them. And he thought, what the hell's going on here? I should have a little look. And he sits down on the one spare stool, which is quite weird. And a chap hands him a pipe. And he starts to... There's a little smoke on it. And a little bit, oh, it's nice, I like that. And he headed back home to England soil with his pockets stuffed full of bacco, a couple of rizzlers in the back, lest he ever encounter a doobie. And he bursts through the door in a cloud of smoke, and Sir Walter Raleigh goes, tonight, Mathew, I'm going to be a fucking legend. Like, he floats across the room, rough on, puff on, the guy's a fucking don on. The Queen checks him out, the Queen slides off her fucking throne like it's varnish, and Sir Walter Raleigh goes, Queen, I've bought you things, I've bought you tobacco, and a large Toblerone, because they were 2 for 1 at duty-free. And the Queen goes, I've no idea what these things are, but I love you. So Walter Raleigh said, get ready for stage 2 of my coolness, and handed a potato to the Queen. The Queen held it and said, as a vagina. No, he didn't say that. As a virgin Queen. I have never seen such a thing. The Queen, so excited by this unusual fruit, decided to organise a banquet whereby every course of the banquet was potato-based. So the chefs don't know what to do, and they serve the greens and the leaves, which is poisonous. The banquet begins. The food starts coming out. All is well. Then, at the end of the meal, things start to change. Things start to get a little bit worse. And the Queen is seen to retch. She goes... And suddenly, the Queen... The princess... Sick is everywhere. All and sundry are vomiting potato everywhere. So the whole potato thing isn't particularly brilliant for them as a couple. So in 1591, Sir Walter Raleigh made the bold move of marrying the Queen's lady in residence, Elizabeth Throckmorton. Oh, that's a bit too much vodka. The Queen, she was fucking pissed off about this. She was like, how dare he be balls deep in a lady that I considered close to my breast? I, for one, am furious! So, he has no standing in the court, and he tried to make his way back up through society, but that wouldn't happen. So Walter Raleigh doesn't know what to do, so he thinks, I'll return to my pirating ways. I'm going to invade Spain, and it turns out he quite liked what Spain has to offer. He absolutely loved it. Then, 6 years later, the Queen died. Pity. I don't know what happened in those 6 years. I've no idea. Something happened between her being pissed off and dying. But she did die. Another man comes in, a king. I don't know his name. A king.
James I.
So James I, as we all knew, steps into power. And that king was very pro-Spain. And then he decides that anybody invading Spain must be cast asunder. However, Sir Walter Raleigh refuses to acknowledge it. And he returns time and again with sombreros, Catholic tat, and fake David Beckham shirts. And eventually, it wears a bit thin. The king goes, the time has come, Sir Walter, for you to become Sir Walter without head Raleigh. Your head has got to go. And so the date is set for Sir Walter Raleigh's execution. It's the 29th of October, 1618. So the executioner... OK. Wait. So the executioner... Wait. Yeah. So the executioner raises his axe of death. And Sir Walter Raleigh, he says, to cut one's head off is to remove all concern or depression. So cut swift, my friend. Cut swift, cut swift. And the guy says, do you want to say that again? He says, no. That's it. That's pretty much what... Pretty sure that's what I said. Head gone. Who gives a fuck if you got the line wrong?
Now gather round, children. It's time for the legend of Robin Hood. But be warned, parents, it might be a tiny bit more swearier than the Disney version. Big Tom Davis had 9 pints of lager and 2 Jaeger bombs whilst telling us about it.
I want to tell you a story about a working-class hero. Robert of Locksley, the Earl of Huntington, but you might better know him as Robin Hood. So I'm talking about way back, like 1180, that's when Robin was doing his thing. He was like an earl, he was proper posh, but he was also like a man of the people. All the birds would love him. I mean, they loved him. He was like olden day David Beckham. Men wanted to be him, women wanted to fuck him. And that was Robin Hood. Basically, on a Friday, they'd all gather down a pub called the Robin Hood, which was named after Robin Hood. And Robin just bowls in and goes, hey, 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 who wants a drink? Everybody in this place is getting a glass of mead, and that means I'm me. And everyone in the place turns around and goes, he's always doing good stuff like that. On the other side of the bar, Sheriff of Nottingham. The Sheriff of Nottingham was a repugnant being. He was basically like King John's little bitch, and he's collecting taxes. But what he doesn't like is Robin Hood. He's a man of the people. He's not even Robin Hood yet. He's just a bloke in a bar buying every other cunt a drink. Now this prick, he's like, fucking Robin of Locksley. That fucking snide. I'll fucking tease thee. He doesn't say that then. He sort of says it under his breath. And someone next to him goes, oh, what was that? He's like, nothing. You gonna buy a round? Nah, no fool, no. This was very, very, very important to the story I'm telling, right? Robin Hood always buys a fucking drink. Sheriff Nottingham, a fucking prick. Yeah! So Locksley is out hunting one day. He's bowling around Sherwood Forest, which is his favourite place to go hunting. All of a sudden, he sees an absolute salt. I mean, an absolute lovely looking bird. This woman looks like a baby Spice. Like, it's Emma Bunton shit going on here, like. And she's from good stock. Her dad is like the Earl of Fitzwater or the Fitzbridge or something, and she's hunting as well. So anyway, Robin is like, bang, bow and arrow, kill, venison. She bowls over, and she's like, oh, did you get that venison before I could make it? And Robin is like, hey, yeah, I always get my kill. My name is Robin of Locksley. You've probably heard about me. And this woman's like, oh, I've never heard of you before in my whole life. My name's Maid Marian. So anyway, they've got like hunting stuff to chat about, and she's like, oh God, I can't believe we've got so much in bleeding common, like. And he says, like, oh man, at first I just wanted to fuck you, but now I actually think that we have something in common, and maybe I love you. Will you marry me, Marian? And Marian, well, in her head, she's thinking, that's a hell of a gesture. We only just met. But she knows for a fact that he's decent and he's good. So Marian turns and goes, of course I will, but I must ask my father. So she jumps on her horse, she rides back into Nottingham. And Robin's only real confidant is his horse, Jeff. So he says to Jeff, hey, Jeff, that was a hell of a thing, huh? I never thought I'd find love this way. Ride me back as quick as you can to Locksley Castle. And Jeff's like, I've been striding around town for the fucking last 10 hours. I don't have a day off. Jeff doesn't like Robin. Robin loves Jeff. That's one of the things you've got to remember about this story. So anyway, he's jumped on the back of Jeff. They rode back to Locksley Castle. And let me tell you, this is where the story takes a turn for the worst. He rocks up. All of his shit's all over the fucking lawn. The whole lot, everything. All his fucking nice clothes, any electrical goods I might have, all of his candles. Everything is on the fucking lawn. And Jeff's like, oh, I don't know the look of this. He's like, Jeff, always remain positive. Positivity's the key. And Jeff's like, hold up for a second, your shit's all over the fucking lawn. What have we got to be positive about? Fucking idiot. Anyway, who appears but Sheriff of Nottingham? He said, hey man, what the hell's going on? Sheriff of Nottingham is like, listen, you crummy little shitbag. You've not paid your friggin' fucking taxes. You're fucking out. And Locksley's like, hey, wait there for a goddamn second, huh? Listen, I paid my taxes. This man was like taking the piss out of everyone. He was literally coming out of his own taxes. So Locksley is fucked. I mean, really fucked. But Robin is Robin. And he turns around and he says, you can throw out my shit, but I will be back. And I will bring the vengeance of Sherwood Forest upon you. And just, oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? Fucking hell. So Robin goes off into Sherwood Forest. He's gone from being an earl with everything to a muppet with nothing. So what does he do? He does the only good thing an honest man can do. He writes Marian a letter that says, Dear Marian, and I wanted to make love to your pussy more than anything in the world, but we can't be together because I'm not noble anymore. So Marian gets the letter and she's like, oh, I don't believe it. I thought we was in love and he's let me down. But somewhere in her heart, right, she knew that Robin was better than that. Meanwhile, in Sherwood Forest, Robin's like, this whole place is beautiful, man. He likes to talk a lot. So just, oh, shut up, you fucking mug. And all of a sudden, this fucking lump comes up and he's like, listen, my name's John. You don't pass without fighting me. And Jeff's thinking, fucking knock him out. Fucking kill the cunt. Now, Robin has, like, learned how to use your opponent's body weight against you. So when, like, John goes for him, he slips it, bam, bam. One to the chest, one to the face. It's nothing worse than seeing a big man cry. And then Robin's like, sorry about that, friend. But you asked for a fight, and it's a fight I gave you. What did you say your name was? He's like, my name's John. He says, we'll call you Little John. He said, oh, what's that fucking about? He said, it's ironic. Anyway, he's labelled Little John. He never likes it, if I'm completely honest with you. It mugs him off a little bit. And John says, and goes, you know what? Come and have a fire and eat with us. Robin settles in with the gang, as him. There's Will Scarlett. There's a fella called Friar Tuck, who's a big fat priest. All of a sudden, Robin turns around and goes, listen, guys, I got a plan. We're gonna rob from the rich and we're gonna give to the poor. It's a beautiful thing. And Robin Hood, the legend, is born. But while this is all going on, Marion can't stop thinking about Robin that she met in the forest. So Marion basically gets herself all dressed up in armour. She goes out to Sherwood Forest to find Robin. The trouble is, Robin does all this robbing into the skies. Now, Robin sees, from Robin's eyes, all he sees is a knight. Robin's like, who's this? I've got a knight here. So basically, he jumps out of this bush, right? He goes, halt, who goes there? And she puts on a geezer's voice, I'm a knight, and I'm a knight that can fight all night long. She was up for it. And he says, you're not a knight in my county. For me, you're just easy pickings. Neither of them even know who the other one is. That's the fucking sorrow in it all. And they go at it. I mean, it's fucking hell for leather. So they're just like fucking smashing the granny out of each other. And then Robin, like, does a sweep kick. It's like Bruce Lee shit, man. And he takes her out, bang. He pulls the sword up and flicks the mask back. And he looks into the eyes of the person he loves more than anyone he's ever met. She says, it's me. It'd be Marion. Marion of Maid Marion. And he looks her in the eye and he's like, oh my God, you're the woman I wanted to be with my whole fucking life. And she's like, what are you doing out here in the forest? What are you doing out here, Robin? He said, I'm here. This is where I belong. All I am is the woods and the trees and the people who live in it. And she's a bit like, that's quite intense. She's like, let me join you. Let me be one of you, here in the forest. He says, I can't let you be one of us. And she's like, if I'm with you, then I'm dead anyway. So put that knife through my gullet and let me die here. And Robin can't kill her. So he pulls her to her feet and he says, I'll let you be one of us. But so nobody else tries and I'm with you. Because he's a bit self-conscious. You must be my wife. Jeff's in the background thinking, here we go fucking again. And then Friar Tuck pipes up from across the scenes. He's like, I'll do it. So yeah, they all basically got married. And at the end of it, the woman turns around and says, you know, I used to have all the land in the world. I used to think that's what made me the man I am. But all in the end I really needed was a woman like you. Marion turns around and says, you're a soppy cunt. So that, my friends, is a story of Robin Hood and Maid Marian. The best ever working class love story. It's better than Romeo and Juliet and all that old stuff. If you want to be with someone, don't let barriers hold you back, because they didn't. And they made love in a beautiful forest amongst the merry men.
I had a green hood once. Thankfully, my GP gave me something for it. Well, that's the end of tonight's show. Our comedians are off to soak up the booze with microwave leftovers and possibly a cat. Good night.